lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan, and today I'm going to be talking about a book I've been super excited for the release of, Wolverine Revenge, Jonathan Hickman and Greg Capullo. It's Greg Capullo's full return to Marvel. I mean, he's been doing some covers for, I think, a little over a year now, but this is first interior work in, like, decades? Over a decade, at least. Decades. I feel comfortable saying that. As you can see, I got the Red Band edition as well. Had to do it for this one. But before I get into it, I want to remind everybody, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Check out some of the awesome content that we got on the channel. We got interviews, reviews, all that good stuff. So hit that subscribe button, and now let's check this out. Opens up, lets you know exactly what's going down. No one knows how it happened, as no one lived who was there. What was known as Amsterdam burned up on re-entry. Magneto breathed his last breath. When he died, it released the largest EMP in the history of mankind. Then the Northern Hemisphere went dark, and that was 10 days ago. You know, we open up with, forgot exactly who these guys are, the children, that the son or something like that. They're from the Jonathan Hickman Avengers run, which I haven't read in a very long time, but I recognize them immediately. You know, they can see. This is right after the whole event with Magneto. They can feel, they say they feel their death's close. Where are they? But the Savage Land, you see a dinosaur come straight up and immediately smash somebody. Wolverine riding a Triceratops. I didn't think I wanted to see it, but it's definitely fun. And, you know, right off top, obviously, this is out of continuity. You have to accept that, you know, going in, that it's very loose with what's going on, right? Wolverine's back in the yellow and blue. You know, we got Magneto's dead, Asteroid M, all that stuff. And you're going to see some more stuff, obviously, going through. But I don't even care about that. This is a great story. Super fun. Wolverine doesn't even have any idea what's going on. So he's just roaming through the Savage Land on a Triceratops. They're mentioning some great beast, you know, that's been attacking the village, hunting, killing them. No one's sleeping. And, you know, asking Wolverine if he knows what this is like. He's like, no, but my enemies sure do. And that smirk. I mean, Capullo's just killing it, dude, already. You know, then we got the freaking other dinosaur hunting in the weeds, coming at the Triceratops. And now Wolverine is going straight up at this dinosaur. Blood splatter. I mean, he's literally bantering with a dinosaur that doesn't even talk, which is super funny. This is like the most, it almost doesn't feel like your typical Hickman story. It feels like he's having a blast working with Capullo. And, like, I mean, just those two names alone, I never really imagined them collaborating. But after this first issue, like, I'm not only excited for more of this, but I would love to see them take some more stuff on in the future. I mean, he's even, like, saying he's not so ornery normally, and, like, just I'm assuming this is the Red Band stuff that, you know, wouldn't have seen the light of day otherwise, you know. But he talks about, you know, he just came to unplug, unwind, and to get out of here. And his vacation's interrupted, so he's pissed, and he's gutting this dinosaur. And then we see somebody do a headshot straight at the dinosaur. Who is it? Nick Fury. This is what I was talking about when I said continuity is loose here. Obviously, Nick Fury in the main Marvel universe is not OG Nick Fury. It's his son that falls more in line with stuff that we've seen in the MCU. I prefer this version of Nick Fury. This is the Nick Fury of the comics. Totally on board with the film version with Samuel L. Jackson, but in the stuff that we got in the Ultimates. But, like, I was always just like, let's keep it with the original. So excited to see him back. He's calling on Wolverine, which he's done countless times, and Wolverine has no idea what's going on. And now Nick Fury's gonna, you know, basically download him on the info. This joke right here, though, he's like, you know, America needs you, Logan, and he's like, well, I'm Canadian. I got some bad news. There isn't really a Canada anymore. So I figured you might make the exception. I mean, just the dialogue in here that Hickman's writing, this is, like, probably the most fun I've had with a Hickman comic in a while. And that's not to say that I haven't liked his stuff, because I have loved the Krakoan Age X-Men stuff. His Fantastic Four, I think, was, like, a run that I had a lot of fun with because the banter between, Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm, obviously. So it feels kind of like a return to that kind of vibe almost. And then, as he's saying, Asteroid M, it, came in, detonated above Quebec, so that's gone. All North America, Northern Europe, Asia, it might have maybe a couple billion lives are spared in India and Southern Asia, but the fact remains what we knew as the West probably is less than a week before it's gone for good. There's no technology. Everything's out. No phones. And, he's like, oh, so I guess you're lucky on the helicarrier. And he says, we were on the other side of the world, which is the only reason we were, spared. There was 20 helicarriers when Asteroid M blew up. Now there's only 3 left. And, we can see Maria Hill. We got Dum Dum Dugan. Got Cap. We got Winter Soldier. So loving this inclusion of those 2 characters. 2 of my favorite Marvel characters. And, this is going to be a straight... he's basically saying we're focusing on the wrong thing. He thinks they should be saving as much people as they can instead of making this strictly a military operation. Nick Fury's always about, getting down to brass tacks. He just wants to, fix the situation. It's not a military op. He's calling it a heist. And the target, the Tunguska station, going after the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. They're in Russia. We now have our team that's set up. We got Cap, Winter Soldier, Wolverine, and then we got Clay Quartermain, Marie Hill, and Dum Dum Dugan. And each of those guys will be in charge of an individual helicarrier. Everybody's ready to go. Tells him, and as he says, everyone say your prayers, get right with God, and be ready to do your job. Little do they know, it's not going to be that easy. 20 minutes later, and we see Mastermind has now taken over one of the ships. Fury yells at them, get out, jump, and all 3 helicarriers are fucking destroyed and blown up. Everybody's dead on there. The only people that have made it are a few S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, Wolverine, Cap, and Winter Soldier. Great shot of this. I love stuff like this. Just straight action movie going on here. I love the way Capullo's really selling Wolverine's height too. I was going to mention it a couple pages back when he was kind of crouching. But just like, look at that. I mean, you got Bucky standing that tall. Cap's even taller over him. We're about to see them go after this military installation over here, but it's not going to be as easy as they think. This dude gets stabbed through the neck. We can see, who's that? Omega Red. Who's this? Sabretooth. Chick gets her head just straight ripped off. As Winter Soldier is making his rounds, he gets kidnapped by Sabretooth. Cap gets taken out by Omega Red. And then we see the lineup, Deadpool back in his mercenary full gun for hire mode with Sabretooth and Omega Red and now Wolverine. I love this right here. How he can sniff them out. I could smell the blood on each of you. Even Sabretooth saying that he had to stop them from wanting to gut him up close. He explained to them that they needed to take it somewhat easy on him. The boss, whoever this is, wants a word. So then we come back and we see them all chained up. And this is where things get really fucking crazy in my opinion. Because they've each gotten cut open. Something put in their chest. It's a bomb that gets put in there. Wolverine's healing factor is all messed up because obviously they had to do something to overcome that. Bucky even calling them out saying you can do whatever you want, but there's no way we're going to help you even if you put the bomb in us. Not with what's at stake. And Wolverine even calls it out. He's like, yeah, they're just playing with their food basically. And then he says, I expected better of you, Petey. This is where I'm like, okay, which Peter is he talking about? At first I was like, there's no way he's talking about Spider-Man. And he's not. It's Colossus has now teamed up with them, basically saying the West, you believe your course is right and therefore your thievery is righteous, right? But the West is owed it and we should simply let you take it. So because they're going after something in this installation, Colossus is not on their side anymore. He's now sided with his home country. Deadpool has the remote to their bomb and basically gives them a head start. and it's not gonna go very well. You know, Wolverine again calling out Colossus, you know, the betrayal that he sees, and you know, you got lucky that you didn't get hit with the lights, you know, and he's, you know, then he mentions Unis the Untouchable. Eunice, the Untouchable, basically protected the whole place and died doing it. And then, I mean, this just shows you what we're about to see. Cap gets blown up. Winter Soldier gets blown up. And Wolverine then tries to cut the bomb out of his chest. And Colossus, just the cold-blooded nature, he's like, I wish it didn't have to be this way. Someone must lose, and this day it's the West, and it is you, old friend. And Deadpool, bye-bye, America, and to you, their hat. And Wolverine just explodes right on the page, and they think everything's good to go. But then we see this, Capullo just all out here. Wolverine's blood, guts, the muscle sinew, the blood splat everywhere. Seeing him reform, and then you end on this page. Good luck to everybody that's going to stand in Wolverine's way. And it's perfect what they titled this book, because that's exactly what's going on. Wolverine's going to get his revenge. Crazy issue. I mean, I couldn't even have predicted what this book would be about. I barely read the solicitations because I just wanted to come in blind. I absolutely loved it. I highly recommend picking this up. Pick up the red band version too while you're at it. And make sure you like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time a new vid drops. And on that note, I'm out.